Currently, we have over 280 playable characters in One Piece Bounty Rush. Some characters do have multiple versions, Yamato, Kaido, Big Mom, and damn near every Straw Hat. But that in itself just goes to show the high demand for these characters and the diversity in their movesets that call for creating completely new versions of them. However, despite having such a large roster, there's still over 1,174 characters in the One Piece series alone. And those are just the name characters. So we're a long way from getting every single character added to the game. Unfortunately though, we did skip past some characters that could have made a huge impact in the meta. Today, we'll spend some time reviewing 5 characters I think we deserve to have, but surprisingly enough, never got added to the OPBR roster. I'm not going to bring up some characters that I believe we will get added eventually, such as Van Augur, Smoothie, or Lucky Root. They'll be here soon enough, I'm pretty sure about that. I just want to bring up some characters that low-key ain't been thought about, but when you actually stop and think, they low-key be pretty nice to have in the game. First, let's just get some honorable mentions out of the way. Blue Gilly and Buffalo would have made for some interesting runners. Buffalo even more so, to where he'd probably operate similar to Sasaki in terms of teleporting as a runner. We also got to bring up the Sulongs briefly, but more specifically, Wanda and Peckham's. Inuarashi, Nekomamushi, and Carrot, they're all characters that we're going to see again soon in the anime, and they'll have some importance to them, so I'm sure their Sulong forms will come in due time. But Wanda and Peckham's could have called for good introductions to how the Sulong characters could operate in OPBR. The last honorable mention I want to bring up, interestingly enough, is either Sandersonia, Marigold, or both of them together as a dual unit, similar to Yace or to Claw. They got super cool movesets and would just provide more opportunity for us to have medals we could rotate into the popular Boa Hancock medal set. Now that we got them out the way, let's get into the 5 characters that I believe OPBR should have added into this game a long time ago. First on this list, Beppo. Now, I know I mentioned that I didn't want to discuss characters I think we'll eventually get, but when you think about it, he's long overdue. Luffy obviously has Zoro, and Kid has Killer, both of which have multiple versions of themselves in the game. We at the very least could have gotten Beppo much earlier. His moveset could be something similar to what we see with Raid Chopper, something kung fu or, martial arts like, This could all be a blessing in disguise though, because as most of y'all might know, Beppo had a very impressive showing in the manga, so maybe we'll finally... Never mind, let me not spoil. Next on the list, Foxy. Some of y'all probably rolling your eyes, but you gotta hear me out though. Bro got a pretty broken moveset, and with the fact that we have a lot of high tier runners in the game currently, having a character whose strong suit is slowing people down, y'all can't tell me that wouldn't be a game changer. Like, just imagine bro operating as a defender, it'd just be big different, you feel me? Some of y'all might have seen the Long Ring Longland arc as a joke, but I bet you nothing would be funny about how broken Foxy would be if he was actually in the game. Now let's bring up the next character, our favorite Vice Admiral, Momonga. Off rip, an idea that stands out to me most is the fact that S-Snake is petrifying virtually anyone that gets in their way. Momonga, however, is the first person we saw in the anime literally nullifying trance, even if he had to do it in a roundabout way. I think if he operates as a runner or an attacker, giving him status infliction nullification would be a no-brainer. Also, as a swordsman, it wouldn't be too hard to figure out a moveset for him. It also gives us more Navy characters in the game, which helps out in terms of tags and medals. We're taking it a bit further back with this pick, but personally, I think this next character would literally be a bomb drop if we had him in the game. I'm talking about Gem, aka Mr. 5 from Baroque Works. Bro literally blows up, like, come on. The Breeze Breath Bomb would literally put Yasop out of business, considering the attack is something you can't see. So like, imagine Beckman's Intimidate, but actually dealing damage. It's virtually a no-brainer if you ask me. I don't know what he'd be in terms of type or color, but all I know is personally, I need a little more representation in the game. So give my dog a spot, alright? Like, EX Mr. 5, I'd go Killer Whale for that, no question. Last on this list, I gotta bunch these guys together as a group, because I think if we get one, we'll get all. The characters I'm talking about are Ichiji, Niji, and Yonji, the Vinsmoke brothers. We've already had an excessive showcase of their abilities in the anime, and we've already had Reiju and Judge, so the fact that they ain't even in the game yet is literally nuts to me. I mean, just looking at them, we ain't even gotta think too hard about what their color type is gonna be for real. I wouldn't say it's too late to add them in the game now, but with the fact that we're already so far removed from the Whole Cake Island arc, if we ain't get them then, Lord knows if we'll get them now. But guys, what do y'all think? Am I out of pocket for these picks despite the reasoning I gave you, which I believe are pretty decent reasons if you ask me, right? But either way, let me know in the comments below if you agree or if you disagree. Or you can let me know what characters I missed and who you think we should have in the game by now. That's going to be all for me today though, so I'll see y'all in the next one, and until then, take care.